My name is Absinthe Allure. I'm a burlesque performer, producer, and instructor, and here are some easy burlesque moves to get you started. Our first move is the bevel. So we're going to start with our right foot. I like to start in a point for demonstration purposes. We're going to bring your ankle towards your other ankle, make them kiss. Your knee is going to come across to the other side of your body, like you are holding in a bladder full of pee, and then you're going to sink into your standing hip. And this is a great bevel option that gives you a lot of curve and allows you to do fun things with your arms in a way that looks a little bit nicer down bottom than just your feet. So we have right bevel, same thing with the left, ankles, knee I have to pee, sink into your standing hip, and a left bevel. We can shift, right bevel, left bevel, right bevel, left bevel, right bevel, left bevel. From a bevel, we can also do an open bevel. This makes it a little hard to grind, whereas if you bring your foot out about 6 inches, again, sinking into our standing hip, that frees this leg. None of my weight is here. I can do whatever I want with this leg. This one's nice and solid. And this open bevel is going to allow us to bump and grind a lot easier. So we have right bevel, right open bevel, left bevel, left open bevel. We also have a classic showgirl bevel. This one's a little bit of an older style that you see a lot in classic burlesque, where we're going to make a T shape. So my left foot is sideways. It is facing that way. My right foot is going to come, and I'm still going to sink into my back leg. So this leg can do just about whatever it wants, and I am bringing myself up nice and tall. From here, you can also do that open bevel. Your foot comes forward just a smidge, and that gives you a little bit more room for bump and grind. We're going to go ahead and be in our open bevel, and we're going to learn our bounce. For bounce, I have my weight in my standing leg, and I'm going to sink into it. So sink into it. My weight is going kind of in a diagonal this way. Bounce, 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 bounce. Other way, open bevel with the left. We are now going to go sinking into our right hip. Weight distribution this way. Bounce, 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 bounce. And my knees are bending slightly as I do this. Bent knees exaggerate hip movement, and that's something that's very important to make note of. It's going to be really helpful. That's our bounce. Next, we have our bump. I'm going to start in that open right bevel. And I'm going to bring my hip forward as if I'm closing a car door or something similar. So knees are bent to give me a little bit more room. And I'm going to pop my hip forward, 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 forward. So bump, 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 bump. Switch sides, bump, 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 bump. One more angle. Bump, 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 bump. If you're somebody who doesn't have a ton of hip movement to work with, you can cheat it just a smidge by shifting your toe as if you're putting out a cigarette. So we'll try that with the bump. My toe's going to shift a little bit. I'm going to put out that roach. Bump, 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 bump. Switch sides. Bump, 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 bump. That little swivel can give you a little bit more hip definition. And again, bending your knees slightly, keeping your knees nice and soft are going to help to get those moves down. We've done a bevel. We've done a bump. We've done a bounce. Let's talk grinds. Our very first one, we're going to start in our right open bevel just like we have been. And so I like to think of my grinds as like a big capital D. If you think of it as a circle, your hips will do this, and that'll bring your crotch forward. For some things, that's great. For some performances, that's great. If that's the style that you want, go for it, absolutely. If that's not quite what you're going for, I find it a little smoother to think of it as that capital D, where we're gonna start in a right open bevel. I'm gonna bring my butt around, and once I'm at this point, it's gonna go across. Around, across, around, across, around, across, around, across. Other side, left bevel, butt around and across, around and across, around, across, around, across. Another way to grind, you're gonna have feet apart, bend your knees slightly, around, across, around, across, around, across, around, across. Soften it up, bend those knees, around, across, around, across, around, across, around, across. Other way, around, across, around, across, around, across, around, across. You can also, while we're here, these are window washers. We're gonna start with all of our weight on our left hip. I'm gonna jump my butt out and around, shift my weight to my right hip. From the side, wee, wee. From the back, wee, wee. For this one, imagine that you have a window in front of you. You have a towel or a microfiber cloth on your ass, and you're just cleaning that one spot on the window so well. It's gonna be the cleanest part of your entire apartment. Ooh, window washer. From this position, we can also do some hip scoops. I'm gonna start with my weight in my left hip. I'm gonna bend my knees as I go down and shift my weight to my right hip. And scoop, and scoop, and scoop, and scoop. This gives a little bit of height difference, which is always fun to play with as well. We've made it to the point where we can do some turns. The very first one I like to teach is a pivot turn. For this one, we're gonna start with our right foot. We're gonna step forward. We are going to, as we put weight on this foot, we're gonna start to pick up and pivot our back foot, and then together into a bevel. From the side, here's what it looks like. Step, pivot, together, step, pivot, together. Step, pivot, together, step, pivot, together. Step, pivot, together, step, pivot, together. The cousin of a pivot turn is gonna be a paddle turn. That just brings you all the way back around. So we're gonna step with our right, shift, step, and instead of together, we're just gonna bring this foot all the way back out and do another pivot turn. So that's right, left, right, together. Right, left, right, together. Left, right, left, together. We also have a 2-point turn. This one's nice and easy. We're gonna start with our left foot, step. We're gonna take our right foot, bring it around, and we're now facing the opposite direction. That is our 2-point turn. How do I get back around? Circle left, step, swing the leg around. We're here. Left, right, left, right, other direction, right, left, right, left. If you can do a 2-point turn, you can do a 3-point turn. We're gonna back up a little bit. We're gonna start with our left foot, left, right, and then left again, and then together. So that's 4 whole counts. 1, 2, 3, secret fourth. 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 The final moves that we're going to work on, we have our bend and snap. I don't like the version from Legally Blonde. I think they're close, but not quite there. We're gonna present our leg. Bam, We are going to body trace all the way down and body trace back up. Present, down, up, present, and as I'm going down, I'm truly following my hands, sinking my body down, letting my body go, and my head comes up first, then my chest, then my torso, and then my hips. So down, I'm going belly, chest, head, chest, belly. Next, we're gonna do a showgirl strut. This is a great way of moving side to side in your stage. I like to do this with showgirl arms. For this, I like to imagine that I'm a marionette puppet, and I have strings on my shoulder, and I have strings on my wrist, but my elbows are a little bit loosey-goosey, and my fingers, except for me, my middle fingers, are strong. So as we put our arms out, we're not scarecrowing, unless that's the vibe you want. Strong shoulders, rubber elbows, strong wrists, and then hands that can flail. Here is our showgirl hand position. For showgirl strut, we're taking it back. I'm stepping left, over with my right, out with my left, back with my right, together. Out with my right, in front with left, side with right, back with left, together. Left, over, out, back, together. Right, forward, right, back, right, together. Left, forward, left, back, left, together. Right, forward, right, back, right, together. It's a nice, fluid, flowy way of getting from side to side. To get forward, we have a step bump. The trick with this is instead of you bringing your hip back in like you would in a traditional bump, we're leaving our hip out here so we can put weight on this foot and bring our other one out. So for a walking bump step, we're gonna start in our right bevel, step with our right, bump, down, step, bump, down, step, bump, down, step, bump, down. Another option is a point step. Point, step. My foot's coming facing 45-degree angle across my standing leg. So again, this one, not doing anything. This one holding all my weight. So, point, step, point, step, point, step, point, step, point, step, point, step. Can I take it backwards? Of course you can. Point, step, behind, point, step behind, point, step behind, point, step behind. Hey. We've gone forward, so we might as well go backwards. We did our step point, that's versatile. We also have a horseshoe. I'm gonna start in the right bevel. We're gonna bring our free leg around. My feet are now in that classic showgirl bevel, where this foot facing this way, this foot's facing this way. Bring it around, sink my weight from this hip to this hip. Around and sink, around and sink, around and sink, around and sink. Step, bump, step, bump, step, bump, step, bump, around and sink, around, sink, around, sink, around, sink. That is plenty of easy beginner burlesque moves that you can practice and add into your burlesque routine that you're working on, have already worked on, adding to, whatever the case may be. If this was helpful to you, let me know. I'm happy to do additional move breakdowns, or we can take all of the things that we just learned and put it into a burlesque combo that you can practice to get used to how to put these things together, how to flow from one move to another, because I do recognize that is additionally part of the struggle.